Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Final week of the ECAC regular season competition for college football 25. Starting off with the MunDayne show. MunDayne going to be playing defense in the first half of game one of this best of three to lock in some high quality seeding for the playoffs that loom ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sandwich. We'll be taking you through all of tonight's action as we get the score bug a little bit more lined up here, folks. Starting off, like we said, with the MunDayne show. BigSneezy's matchup, the lone undefeated player remaining in college football 25 competition after dethroning his fellow post-university Eagle MunDayne here. Battling against Mount Aloysius Mounties Esports to remain undefeated. MunDayne down here fending off high playoff seeding against Southern Miss Esports USM on this Alabama Crimson Tide.
Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver.
Got the end around, massive tides of daylight. It's a foot race and no one's gonna catch a MunDayne giving up the opening touchdown. MunDayne, his playoffs all but locked in, as we said earlier. He's locking in, he's fighting for that higher playoff seeding against a USM squad that's looking to do just that as well with that Swiss format here in the ECAC. Every game going to be a factor, even for MunDayne, who's already booked his ticket to the postseason. A lot of time being taken by Southern Miss. The Golden Eagles finally kicking off the football here. No room for MunDayne to work with, and he will take that to the 25-yard line with a touchback. MunDayne going to get some adjustments out in space here. We look at the playoff hunt here at the end of this ECAC regular season. BigSneezy, MunDayne, and Adonis at the top left of your screen. Their previous week, they have locked in a ticket to the postseason. You see the top 10 here. Adonis, the only player tonight, a win, and he will avoid the LCQ, that extra play-in game he would need to make it to the qualifying playoff rounds. Meanwhile, BigSneezy and MunDayne already locked into the postseason here, just playing for seeding. So Adonis's game going to be one to watch out for, as a win there would book his ticket to the postseason. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see if we can't catch like the BigSneezy show still getting started up here. Adonis and Monster's game we should have in just a little bit later. They'll be starting at 8:30. We got a lot of college football 25 here. You see the results for Navy and Monster match down there. Both of their playoff hopes squashed following last week's losses, so they'll be playing for some regular season pride. Of course, if you're going to go down, you want to go down swinging. MunDayne looking to go down into the playoffs swinging here, as he will get started on the offensive end.
First down here for the offense. Receivers telling the
MunDayne surely going to want a quick answer following giving up that quick score here. 5 seconds left on the play clock.
and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty.
Looks like a false start for MunDayne, and it'll be 1st and 15. Quick trigger on calling Hut there. On 1st and long, going to bring us to 2nd and 11. Back to where we started, just down on 2nd down here. So a lot of down and distance for MunDayne to work with. A lot of time under center, gets brought down just as he had the man open.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his
MunDayne already facing 3rd and long here on the opening drive. Facing a defense that has his number once again. Time under center, pass is caught, but it's dropped. Hits the receiver's hands and knocked away for 4th down. MunDayne already firing on all cylinders, going to keep his offense out on 4th down. Fourth and 11 from his own 24. A gut check early on here in game one. MunDayne looking to move the chains. Going to need 11 yards to do it. A wealth of adjustments under center. He needs this play to be perfect. If not, he could be staring down a multi-possession game. Oh, they threw a whole lot of extra players at the quarterback. MunDayne able to find the window. Looked like they rushed a couple members of the secondary at MunDayne. Able to make the read and find the running back out of the backfield open to flip the field onto the opposing 38-yard line. MunDayne, an early gut check. He passes the vibe there. Looking for the Texas route. Just enough time for the route to develop for a first down under center. Ice in MunDayne's veins. Hit as he delivers the throw. Able to come up with the completion. Run here on 1st and 10. Block shed immediately. No gain. We have second down.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down.
MunDayne going to do some damage with the pass. No one-hand catch, and we have third down. MunDayne surely kicking himself that time. You saw him. Couldn't believe that catch was not made. The receiver completely wide open. Not another member of the Crimson Tide even in frame there to come up with a play on the ball. Now MunDayne on 3rd and 10. Able to move the chains through the air. His third first down on this drive. Now in 1st and goal in the red zone. It's been a point of contention as we've approached the depths of this regular season. Let's see how he responds here on his first trip into the red zone. 1st and goal from the 9. Going to be good for a gain of 4. Seen MunDayne love to operate through the air in the red zone. It's been part of these struggles. On 1st down, he does his damage with the run. Going to do more of that ground game. Line able to part the seas for the touchdown. MunDayne's got us all tied up, ladies and gentlemen. EAT going to be up and going to be good. Halfway through this game, already a tightly contested contest. As we will take a brief step away from the MunDayne show. We've got BigSneezy starting his matchup. Scoreboard not quite up to date here, so we will get that situated. Easy playing defense on that Ohio State offense. Or on that Ohio State side of the field, excuse me. Mounties operating on Texas. There's a BigSneezy defense that's come up with a huge stop here on 2nd and 10. Or on 1st down and 10. Going to throw him back to 2nd and 20. They're going to do more of that magic on 2nd down. Able to force a dropped pass.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Now 3rd and 20 for the Mounties. Able to come up with the reception, brought down just past that 1st down marker. 3rd and humongous for the Mounties, and they come up with the first. Tough break for BigSneezy. Not looking to give up the first touchdown of this game. Diving tackle, able to make another man miss en route to the 1st down. Tough swing. We mentioned it all season just how difficult it is to make those one-on-one tackles in open space. BigSneezy missing a couple there. As the Mounties approach the red zone here at the 21-yard line. Brought down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 1. Mounties Esports moving with some pace here. 2nd and 11 out of the hurry up. Dangerous pass, but it's hauled in. Sneezy not able to close the window. You saw that diving tackle on the instant replay there. That doesn't connect, and we have 3rd and 1. Running play on 3rd and short. The football's knocked loose. BigSneezy with the recovery. One way to come up with a stop in the red zone. A fumble recovery for the Eagles. BigSneezy able to wrangle possession back here at the 11-yard line.
Determined run, but he stopped at the 2 yards down at the 13. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Now BigSneezy, we didn't see the start of the first quarter here for him. Almost assuredly may have had possession, didn't have the score. Gonna operate on a scramble, able to make one miss before being brought down from behind. Exhibit B for our case as to just how difficult it is to make those tackles in open space. One-on-one, user on user. Sneezy making a man miss with ease. Now on the run, gonna juke right into the coverage. We have 4th down and 3. BigSneezy gonna do his MunDayne impressions. Almost assuredly gonna keep the offense out here on 4th and short. Looking for the perfect option for this play.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of
It's the sort of calls you need here in the depths of the regular season. You need something perfect on offense. The catch is made, but brought down behind the line of scrimmage. 4th down conversion goes nowhere for BigSneezy. Gonna need more magic on the defensive side of the football. Pinned deep into his own territory. Not much field remaining to defend here. Quick catch behind the line of scrimmage, brought down for 2nd and 3. Once again, Mounties Esports operating in the hurry up. They like what they see out here on offense. Play to the outside once more. Just barely able to move the chains. Barely certainly counts here. And we have 1st down.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The back goes in motion. Gonna run it. It's blue.
Option play brought down at the 8-yard line. BigSneezy caught a huge break with that fumble recovery last time on defense. Gonna need more of that magic to come up with a stop here at his 8-yard line. Mounties continuing to trickle downfield. Manning on the scramble, able to get all the way to the touchdown. Bringing out the nice set of wheels. Mounties able to put up the first score in this game. Quick possession for the Mounties following that turnover on downs for Post University.
Coming out with it, it's Ballard. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field.
Easy, a minor setback, looking for the major comeback here. Gonna turn the corner, make one miss. Still not brought down. Able to get past the 1st down marker before finally being dragged down at the 30. Nice moves from Sneezy to make a couple miss. Gonna need more of that magic on the run here. Has a window to run through. Once again, moving the chains. Methodical ground game from BigSneezy. Been a hallmark of his throughout the regular season since week 1. So far, finding more of that magic here on this drive. 1st and 10, back to the well. A spin move to get past the line of scrimmage, past the linebackers. A foot race for the end zone. Finally brought down at the 3-yard line. It's a foot race, and no one is catching BigSneezy at that line of scrimmage. That'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. BigSneezy in prime scoring position to start the second.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Power ahead.
Run from 1st and goal, brought down for a loss of 2. Following 3 really nice gains, going to be brought back for 2nd and goal from the 5. Another run, another play blown up. 0 gain for BigSneezy on 2nd down.
What will the offense dial up on 3rd and goal?
Wonder what kind of option BigSneezy's got in his back pocket. Going right back to the run. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. 5th time's the charm for BigSneezy. Gonna get all the way to the end zone that time.
Able to move the ball in a drive like that. The most overrated stat in football would be
All runs that drive for BigSneezy, making his presence felt on the ground game. 6 drives, 6 running plays, 1 touchdown for the BigSneezy.
For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay a big difference.
We'll take a transition. We're going to get back
here comes the Texas offense.
to the MunDayne show as they get approaching halftime here.
Making big plays.
MunDayne already in the driver's seat for playoff position.
They'll bring it out to the
That battle for higher seeding going USM's way so far in this contest. MunDayne down a pair of touchdowns.
Come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14.
Want to see him quickly respond here on offense. 1 man to beat. Going to get brought down at the 33. 2nd and 2 for MunDayne here.
Down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not
No free lunches here at the end of the regular season.
possessions together here.
MunDayne, who has been so lights out in the first 5 weeks of competition, taking a bit of a skid, losing in week 5, losing in week 6 to BigSneezy. Gonna put the winning streak to an end, or the losing streak to an end rather, en route to the postseason. They ain't able to move the chains that time. Still 3 timeouts in the back pocket, 3 timeouts as well for the Golden Eagles. Oh, MunDayne, no rocket catch, and USM able to jump the route for the interception. That rocket catch, an important part of a Madden player's game, being able to user that receiver right back, essentially get him to 180, walk back, run backwards at that football. MunDayne can't get that to connect. USM have the turnover.
Here in the first half, David, you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
1st and 10 from about midfield, snaking their way past the 1st down marker.
been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to going at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Another run on 1st and 10, different result. MunDayne able to force just a short gain of 2.
The offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
Another run play, this time for the quarterback, Milrow.
On that one, he loses 4 on the carry.
Going to be brought back, 3rd and 11. MunDayne looking to keep USM out of field goal range.
He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off.
What could be a back-breaking 3rd down conversion for Southern Miss here on 3rd and 11. Loads of adjustments from the Golden Eagles under center here.
Dropping back, it's
MunDayne staying locked in on the secondary. The pass right outside the line of scrimmage. A chance to go all the way to the end zone. Instead brought down at the 5. MunDayne, a rough start, uncharacteristic of him. He is not happy about it, understandably so.
Especially is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of
Seen him
ways to
play
get
with
touches.
through the secondary from that safety position in the latter half of this regular season. That time he gets burned.
about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in
22
the
seconds
first half.
remaining.
Before then, they can get another score.
USM still not pulling out a touchdown, or a timeout here rather, to stop the game clock. Not going to have too much time to score. Might not need it if they can get it here on 1st down.
He steps
Instead, it'll be 2nd and goal. Out comes the first timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Should have ample time to run a couple scoring plays. 2 timeouts in the back pocket as well for the Golden Eagles. USM in the driver's seat for more points here. MunDayne are going to keep them. They're going to stop the bleeding. The pitch. Oh, MunDayne can't believe it. Number 91 just emoting. Still locked in place in the back as USM celebrate. Not what you want from your defense there, as the PAT is good. An incredibly tough break for MunDayne here in the first half. Down 3 scores. We saw it right there as we transition to the kickoff. 91 getting caught in the T-pose. Got to charge it to the game. Got to be able to move forward. This half, scoring virtually impossible. We'll see USM come out in that man 3 prevent. No, a standard defense for them. At least standard appearing here on 1st and 10 from the 25. A lot of time under center for MunDayne. Playing a prevent defense. Don't let him score at all costs. Able to come up with the catch. Nothing more as we hit zeros on the game clock in the first half. A rough start for MunDayne here in the first half. There's no other way to slice it. Certainly a couple of tough breaks, especially as we watch that interception. That lineman just getting caught in no man's land. We'll take a brief break from his matchup as we will get on back to the BigSneezy show. Unfortunately, the opposing team scoring down here as well. Mounties up a score late in the first half. So 3 timeouts for the BigSneezy. It's going to opt to start this drive on the ground. Only going to get out to the 13-yard line.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Took them a little while to settle into this game, but this offense has to go.
A run on first for BigSneezy. Going to gain 6 that time. Talked about it previously on this program. Tough to score in bunches when you're so run dominant. Need to rip off a lot of huge runs. BigSneezy's got another one going here to get to midfield. So tough to find chunk plays on the ground. BigSneezy finds a way that time. This time under center for the screen pass. Mounties were trying to make a read on that pass. BigSneezy able to make the connection to move up to the 30-yard line. Saw too much sauce using that linebacker. He read the screen pass coming in, but it was too little, too late. First time out for BigSneezy. 30 seconds remaining in the second quarter of play. Still tough scenes ahead for Sneezy. He's got some room to run. Want to see him step out of bounds. Going to do just that en route to the 13-yard line.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy.
Easy, able to bounce it to the outside, make a man miss. Another timeout taken by BigSneezy here on 2nd and 1, knocking on the door of the end zone at the end of the first half. End around a possibility. Out comes the jet sweep for the touchdown. BigSneezy gets us all tied up here as we approach halftime. PAT is up and it is good. Half far from over with 3 timeouts for Mounties Esports here. Mount Aloysius. It's got some time on their sleeve here. Going to take the touchback. Don't give up any time on the clock. Running anything on the kickoff. They need every second if they want to sneak out of the first half with some points on the board.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Fast motion from the offense. They'll throw it on first down. Looking for
Or Vert's shenanigans. BigSneezy able to come up with the takeaway. A foot race down the left sideline, brought down at the 18-yard line. Now BigSneezy in the driver's seat to come up with a couple of extra points. I believe we saw him bring out the field goal unit almost immediately, not taking any chances with 5 seconds left to play, already in field goal range. The kicking unit is out. A timeout for Mount Aloysius, looking to ice the kicker at the end of the half.
make sure everyone has the same call. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away.
2nd and 3. Gonna need a timeout immediately. 1 second remaining for BigSneezy. Cutting it close. Another timeout. Once more from Mount Aloysius, trying to ice the kicker here at the end of the half. Here at the 13-yard line, a miss would be near impossible. Ice in BigSneezy's veins as we approach halftime. The kick is good.
Back on top. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. The Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the second half.
So we will catch up with the MunDayne show. Gonna get a brief look, see how Adonis's matchup is looking. If he's begun, does look like he's making some opening substitutions that he's liked to do. So his matchup, we could get there in just a little bit. MunDayne looks like an early forfeit as he's waiting. We've got him in the waiting room for game 2. Could have been too much bleeding to stop there. MunDayne may have waved the white flag early to move on to game 2. We will stick with BigSneezy here. First play, able to make a man miss on the dive tackle. We'll stick with BigSneezy for this drive before we move on to Adonis, who need a win to lock in playoff seeding against the SEU Fire. This is a team that BigSneezy beat way back. I believe it was in week 1. Yeah, it was we played 3 members of the SEU Fire in week 1. It was BigSneezy who was able to come up with the victory. I think I have double audio coming through, and I do. You got that audio problem fixed here as we return. BigSneezy on 3rd and 1. Almost a certainty the way that man runs the football. Able to come up with the first down.
And the Buckeyes want to move quickly. When they've got him looking run, now to pass.
A pass on the run. It connects. No one's home. Touchdown, Eagles.
And they take it in for 6 more points.
Play action. No one in the secondary was ready. Untouched. En route to the score. Now a 10-point lead for BigSneezy. Slowly but surely widening that gap.
He'll bring it out. It's Bolden.
We'll watch the kickoff. And that'll do it for the BigSneezy show. We will catch up with his game at the start of the 4th quarter, excuse me. MunDayne still getting into game 2. We will move on to the Adonis show here. We'll get you right into the action as we get our score bug situated. On the first down, or 3rd down rather, excuse me, short down and distance for the SEU Fire. Adonis is on Alabama here. SEU Fire operating on Ohio State. 4th and 1, a crucial conversion this deep in the regular season. A lot of confidence in the offenses you are running, especially here in opposing territory, not really fearing the turnover on downs. And yet it arrives all the same. Adonis able to rein back possession for the Eagles. Here on first down with the run. 5-yard gain for Adonis on first down. Certainly feeling good after forcing the turnover on downs. Shutting down at Southeastern University Fire offense. And now offense for Adonis is rolling down the right sideline out to midfield. Goes from defense to offense in a hurry, already at about the 48-yard line. Adonis looking to put this staring contest, this goose egg competition to an end. 0-0 so far in the first. Adonis looking good to change that here. Another run on 1st and 10 from midfield. Trying to turn the corner. Isn't able to do so. Brought down for a 3-yard gain. Fire able to force Adonis to a short game. Lots of time under center for Adonis that time. Able to find the drag route to bring us to 3rd and 1. Third and 1, time to throw. Able to find an open man. Able to shed a tackle. First down and more for Adonis out to the 24. That's such a tough cover in open space to get us the 1st and 10 in the red zone. Looking at the drag route. Looking at the go route downfield. Wide open for the touchdown. Adonis getting scoring started for the Eagles in game 1. Forced the turnover on downs on the defensive end. Only needed about a minute more to get some points on the board on offense. 7-0 so far. Minute and a half left to play in the first quarter. This is an SUU Fire team that undefeated BigSneezy took down in week 1. Adonis once again going to have to beat an opponent that a fellow post-university Eagle took down in the regular season. He fell to the UC Patriots last week that MunDayne had beaten. Looking to right the course here against the SEU Fire, following in MunDayne's footsteps in week 1. First down conversion for Southeastern U, that time through the air. Middle linebacker play. No one is open. The scramble coming out here for SEU, brought down at exactly midfield. Audibles under center for the quarterback. Oh, Adonis is not fooled. Made it look like he was committing to the drag route. Reading the QB's eyes, going right back for the interception. Locked in from that middle linebacker position. It's been the spot to watch for on defense all semester long for Adonis, who comes up with another takeaway from that spot. Oh, had an open man. Instead brought down before he could air out the football for 2nd and 10. Adonis, another stop on the defensive side of the football, looking to turn it into points here. Once more brought down, this time for the sack. A loss of 9 for Adonis, who has been shut out since coming up with the takeaway. 3rd and 19 for Adonis, once more forced to roll out of the pocket. Forced to throw it away for 4th and 19. Gonna keep the offense out here. Much tougher scenes than we've seen on other fourth down conversions so far. This will be the longest fourth down conversion of the night, folks. 4th and 19 for Adonis at about midfield. Needs to find something perfect. Can't find anything. Brought down once more. Turnover on downs for Adonis. And the SEU Fire have got the football back in their hands. Through a turnover, through an interception, but the defense able to call their shot. This time a short gain underneath the defense. Yards after catch for a 7-yard gain. That'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Both teams already firing on all cylinders here in game 1 for Adonis on this late scratch. Adonis once more looking for more defensive might. Already had an interception in the first quarter. This time it'll be a TFL loss of 4 for 3rd and 7 for the Fire. Pretty firmly out of field goal range. Maybe just on the field goal target line for the Fire. Well, so far we haven't seen any problem keeping the offense out on 4th down for either squad. Wealth of adjustments for the Fire under center here. 3rd and 7. The drag route's bottled up. Nowhere to go. Throwing right at Adonis. That is a dangerous move. Able to come up with a catch all the same. Daring Adonis to make a play on the football. Instead, it'll be 4th and 2. Could not force the drop. Able to come up with the tackle short of the first down marker. Intended to come up with one more stop here on 4th and short. Drag routes bottled up. A lot of time under center. Time running out for the Fire. Turnover on downs once more for SEU. Adonis defense pitching a shutout so far. Under center, need the screen pass to develop. You saw the running back get caught on his lineman. We have 2nd down. That's always the problem with these screen passes in Madden and in college football 25. Someone gets caught on a lineman and that could be your play done and dusted. But this time, run on 2nd down. Has a block. Moving backwards to get some speed out in the backfield. Gonna be good for a 1st down. Heads up play for Adonis. Wind up in the backfield. You can be such a tough cover for the defense with all that space. Lots of time under center. Looking for the rocket catch. Bring the receiver right back. The catch is made deep downfield. 1st and goal from the 6 for Adonis. Adonis now knocking on heaven's door. Play action pass. Hit the receiver's hands and dropped. Adonis looking to turn this into a 2-score game midway through the 2nd quarter. To find a man diving. Catch is good. Touchdown, Eagles. Adonis doubling his lead, 14-0. We approach halftime here in game 1. As we'll leave Adonis for just a brief moment, we want to see how the MunDayne show is doing. As they're already deep in game 2. We will stick with BigSneezy. His game coming to a close. Want to be able to catch that final score. We couldn't catch Adonis's final score, or MunDayne's final score. Unfortunately, perfect timing. User interception. BigSneezy putting a little exclamation point en route to this game 1 victory. Looking to pile on even more points on the board. A statement win for the only player still undefeated here in the regular season. That'll bring us to the 2-minute warning here in game 1 for BigSneezy.
2nd down coming up. They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
Gonna bounce it past the line of scrimmage for the first down.
Moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past it and picked up
And Big Sneezy,
back to throw.
undefeated in the regular season,
And they couldn't
is able to maintain that first seed
down with the sack.
guaranteed. You know how Mount Aloysius have got the battle amongst the trees here, especially if they fall to Big Sneezy. There'll be a wealth of tiebreakers. The score differential going to be a factor for him to figure out just who he'll be playing in that first round matchup in 2 weeks' time.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as
Taking a timeout, man on the left sideline. He's got a step, hit the receiver's hands, and dropped.
fingers incomplete. That would have been a huge
Man, they say if it hits your hands, you got to make the catch.
That is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the
Can't
football,
get,
maybe take
can't
some
keep
time.
both hands on the football that time.
Threw the football.
Gonna be 4th and 8
Not how you manage a game late.
for Big Sneezy. Got some blades of grass. The QB scramble, good for the first down. Looking for a couple more. Finally brought down at the 49.
offense will use a timeout with 28 kicks.
Another timeout, this time for Big Sneezy.
Have it with a 1st and 10.
Looking to punch in a couple more points here at the end of the contest.
With jet sweep pass.
Oh, jet sweep juke back to the inside. Able to turn the corner, get past another before finally being brought down at the 22.
They rip off a big chunk of yardage and they've got it on the 22.
Big Sneezy. Time is ticking, and that'll be triple zeros, 45-28. Their final score here in game 1.
Showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense,
Big Sneezy not looking to leave anything up to chance here in the final week of the regular season. Can't miss the playoffs if you are literally undefeated. See the playoff hunt on the right side of your screen now. We move on to the MunDayne show. Looking to wrestle control back here at the end of his regular season.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
I'll tell you, this is a
As
running
his
back who's very dangerous in a
regular
big
season has been
situation.
struggling. We got to adjust the scorecard once more as we have
Tackling, because this is a guy that can break
MunDayne
tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Got 3
on the
first
Ohio
down,
State
2nd and
offense.
7. To the air, it's Ewers.
Able to get hands on the quarterback.
Corral, the quarterback.
3rd and long.
At midfield.
Hasn't stopped either of these teams from staying out on 4th down.
Back a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line.
Gonna be a tough break for Southern Miss here on 3rd and 15 from midfield. Time to scramble, waiting for his receivers to give him an opening. Able to find one for the first down marker.
He's got his man.
Man, this quarterback
Wise plays there from the Golden Eagles, using those wheels to extend the play.
first half.
Able to find the first down.
Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
It's 1st and 10.
All
from
tied up
51.
with halftime looming here. And then gonna need a stop on defense to keep it that way.
He's gonna pass.
Weak pass to that left sideline. Stepped out of bounds. Could have been a dangerous one if he turned that corner.
Has this offense rolling with a first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback of being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
In the red area, it's back.
And then the defense looking to hold strong. 6-yard gain for 2nd and 4.
Red zone, he's got 6. It's down at the 12.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
They go to
Another run on 2nd down. Juke to get past one before being crunched at the 5-yard line.
5-yard line.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal.
MunDayne running out of room on defense here. 1st and goal from the 5. Another run, this time on 1st and goal for the 3-yard gain. MunDayne fishing for a TFL here. The run 3 straight times. First Southern Miss been able to move downfield all 3.
Now on 2nd and goal.
MunDayne still in a standard defense, not quite selling out on the run just yet. Play clock gonna hit 1. 2-minute timeout saved by the bell. Southern Miss able to dodge the penalty, taking us all the way to the 2-minute warning.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Still in a standard pass defense concept. Run certainly at the top of MunDayne's mind. Gonna let the CPUs handle the pass. Of course, play that pass from the middle linebacker position if needed. Delay of game. No false start. Gonna be 2nd and goal from the 7. A lifeline for MunDayne potentially here.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Back to throw.
Wealth of adjustments under center. Once again, wheels to extend the pass. Extend the play before being forced out of bounds. Last second little intentional grounding out there. Can't throw an interception if you throw it to the fans. And that'll bring about 3rd down. MunDayne under center, man underneath the defense for the touchdown. Southern Miss able to break the tie inside that 2 minutes to halftime.
You want to take the lead, you want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game, and tell you what, keep that passing game up.
A lot of pressure on MunDayne to respond. We don't know which way the possession arrow goes. Certainly don't want to leave your opponent the opportunity for a 2-score lead. You can't come up with points here at the end of the half.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. The Buckeyes roll that offense back.
Decent return
These two defenses
for MunDayne. Better than a touchback. Now, I want to turn this into points. Big drag route underneath for the 1st down.
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play.
Both teams in a staring contest.
If they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive.
MunDayne looking to keep it that way with a score here on this drive.
Feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Watching the drag route. Tough catch. Knocked out of his hands. Going to be 2nd and 10 with the clock stopped. It's a dangerous football for MunDayne. Happy to keep possession here on 2nd and 10. Trying to find the man open. The rocket catch once again. Usuring the receiver, not going MunDayne's way. Can't bring him back to the football. That'll be a turnover. He can't believe it. Honestly, neither can I. We see him make that swap. Just can't get the receiver back into the play in time. And tough scenes for MunDayne here. Now Southern Miss with a chance to leave halftime with a couple extra points in their back pocket. Pass on 1st down is good for a gain of 8. Limited time on that play clock here. Able to get the football out. Now Ewers under center, sending no one at the quarterback, diving into the air. A fumble. Certainly a possibility on that dive. Instead, we 1st and 10 from the 48.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to move it through the air. He's going up top.
To find another man underneath the defense. Pass caught. Brought down just after the catch.
Got it down to the 25.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Trying to get to
Lots of time under center for Southern Miss. Not enough before the sack comes in. Second down. Huge TFL loss of 7 here at the 32-yard line.
Pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. On second down, he'll let it fly. Fires to the right.
Under center, able to knock the ball loose. Incomplete.
Contact on the play.
And we have third down.
Flags, it'll be third down.
Unfortunate with that
So you see that target line, a field goal already on the table. You wonder if Southern Miss are going to keep the offense out here if they can't convert on 3rd and 17. MunDayne hoping to force their hand with a stop here.
On third and long, you'll need to push it down.
Watching these drag routes once again, able to pressure the quarterback. Incomplete. And we have 4th down. Southern Miss looking to take no chances. Out come the field goal unit.
They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture.
The kick is up and the kick is wide.
Now forcing the
Gonna stay at a 1-score game for MunDayne here. Catching a break as we approach halftime.
Margin remains at 7 after the miss. Just enough time to
As we'll take a transition, MunDayne may be able to score right at the end of halftime. If he does, I apologize.
looking for room.
As we will see about making a transition. They approach halftime.
Short gain, and that'll do it. Running back gets to give. Tackled after picking up the first down.
We'll make a transition back to the Adonis show. Oh, his Alabama squad firmly in the driver's seat, looking to tack on a couple more points here. See about watching him as he looks to stamp this game 1 victory to make it a 4-score game with a touchdown here. A lot of time under center. Going to do some damage with their legs. Step into the pocket. Find the man wide open. Going to get to the 1-yard line. Had the whole defense thinking about bringing down Jalen Milroe. Perfect position for Adonis to not get that illegal forward pass. And now 1st and goal. Pass on the run. Caught for the touchdown. Adonis, a win here. Gonna book his ticket to the postseason. Does not want to worry about any LCQ shenanigans. He's trying to take a nice, relaxing week off next week. Get ready for that postseason, that hunt for the hardware. As we'll watch this kickoff return, almost assuredly going to go nowhere. Had a window of space before being brought down. We'll swap back to Adonis. Hopefully catch that final score of this game 1. We'll return to MunDayne. He's got the offense to start the 3rd quarter. Want to see if he can get this game all tied up. He's got a man caught down the right sideline. It's a foot race. No one's going to catch him. Touchdown for MunDayne. We finally get the right score bug on board. MunDayne's got us all tied up. Looking to get back into this best of 3 with a win in game 2.
Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with some flair, a 73-yard touchdown pass. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Texas has
MunDayne able to turn up the heat on offense with a quick touchdown to start the third. Now needs to walk the walk on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah,
Run on first down. Short gain of 1. That's how we want to start this defensive possession for MunDayne here. The start of the second half. Another run play on 2nd and 9. Another TFL, this time 3rd and 12.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
MunDayne, chance to wrestle control, wrestle some momentum with a defensive stop here.
Looking to throw, it's yours.
3rd and 12, some damage through the air, extinguished with a sack on the quarterback. 4th and 20 at your own 15. Southern Miss going all in on this hand. They're going to keep the offense out here on 4th and long. Leave MunDayne with window dressing for scoring position. The pass is caught. MunDayne can't believe it. Oh my goodness. Huge gut check play. Southern Miss with ice in their veins to keep the offense out. No other way to slice it. MunDayne in the airspace. That was his user coming in underneath the play. It was not high enough to make a play on the football. And we have 1st and 10 from the 42. A gain of 1 on 1st down. MunDayne once again going to have to charge it to the game and find a way to respond. A man who's had just so many tough breaks. No other way to slice it in the second half of the regular season here in college football 25.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 2nd down, looking to throw.
Under center, nothing short is open. A 50-50 ball deep downfield, broken up. Threw in a double coverage. Southern Miss lucky to come away with an incompletion. MunDayne once again, no easy money, no free lunches on defense. Got to continue to work here on 3rd and 9. Gonna do some damage under center once more. Hands on the quarterback. Pass hit 33's hands. Instead, it'll be 4th and 9. Almost a guarantee Southern Miss will stay out on the field here. It would stay out on 4th and 22. Surely on 4th and 9, the offense going to stay out on the field. And it does. MunDayne once again tested the football at his fingertips. Got to seal that chance here with a stop on 4th down.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it.
Wow. Just short. Took a second longer to throw that ball. Would have been hands on the quarterback. Instead, a tough reception hauled in to move the chains.
Everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about.
MunDayne, the test on defense continues. Has been so good for 1st through 3rd down. It's that 4th down that's been a problem. Nearly had it rifled to the defense. Add that to the almost defensive highlight reel for MunDayne. He's got like an hour of footage at this rate throughout the whole season of near interceptions, near turnovers, near fumble recoveries. Instead, it'll be 2nd and 10. I'm under center for the screen pass. Gonna get brought down for a gain of 4. Once more, the defense working on 1st and 2nd down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on third down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty.
Southern Miss continuing to matriculate downfield, no matter how tough, no matter how many fourth downs they've needed. Certainly going to need another fourth down conversion. Huge tackle for loss, a loss of 11 on the sack. MunDayne once again going to have to dare Southern Miss to beat them on fourth down. Had 2 straight fourth down conversions in this contest on this drive. They're looking for a third one. MunDayne this time a lot of field to work with once again. Want to see him convert on it once again. Southern Miss find the soft spot in the defense. MunDayne just can't believe it. How could you? 3 straight fourth down conversions. MunDayne once again, that he's number 0 in the airspace, but not close enough to really get hands on the football. As Southern Miss, the most improbable drive approaching the end zone. As they'll look to take us to the fourth quarter, MunDayne gonna need some ice in his veins in the final quarter of play. So many tough breaks at the end of this regular season. Again, playoffs locked in for him. But it's just been insane how his season has started versus how it's ended. That's the toughness that's brought about in that ECAC Swiss format. This time a huge first down gain for Southern Miss. Rare sights on this drive to bring about 2nd and inches.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
2nd and inches, able to move the chains. 1st and 10 from the 10 for Southern Miss.
Nice job there picking up the first down.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10.
First and 10 from the 10. Brought down for a gain of 0. MunDayne got to play that fourth down as if that fourth down offensive play is a guarantee. You're not defending for 3 and out. You're defending for 4 and out here if you're MunDayne. Southern Miss had no problem throwing out pot shots on those first 3 downs of play and just coming up with a heater on fourth down. MunDayne once more looking to force their hand. 2nd and 10 from the 10 for the Golden Eagles. Looking to do some damage through the air. MunDayne's got hands on the football. Tremendous scenes for MunDayne. We're about halfway through the fourth quarter. And now MunDayne in the driver's seat to get us to game 3. The defense holding strong just as they were running out of room. And now MunDayne 1st and 10 from the 20 following the interception. It's got a window for the first down on the run. MunDayne with a chance to breathe. But got to keep your foot on the pedal just a little bit here. Got to get at least in the field goal range. I'm surprised he's not bringing out that chew clock. Still 3 minutes left to play. Not rushing. Not looking to deflate any extra game time. Just going to dive as soon as you cross the first to move the chains. So you may see, yeah, out comes the chew clock. This is a delayed stream, ladies and gentlemen. MunDayne is not listening to Coach Sandwich in the call. But out comes the chew clock. Wise plays for that man as he'll be able to bring us to the 2-minute warning. And out comes the 2-minute warning. MunDayne still not at midfield, if I am correct on the down and distance here. Yeah, still at the 45, so a lot of football still remaining.
Nice first down execution.
Especially with 6 timeouts for between both squads, 3 and 3 apiece. The clock management situation going to be a huge factor here. 2nd and inches, a first down all but guaranteed as he crosses the plane for the first into opposing territory at the 41. If you're MunDayne, you just got to get in a field goal range and then not come up with a turnover. Still need to accomplish mission A, get into field goal range. The 41 not going to be close enough. Neither is the 40 as we have 2nd down. See that down and distance, 7.4 yards remaining. MunDayne moves the chains one more time. And Southern Miss are going to have to be thinking about game 3.
Well, that's 101. Stop the run first.
Quarterback checking off. Looking to
Dane,
throw.
crucial 2nd down here. They send extra defenders at the quarterback. No TFL, but it'll be 3rd down.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision
MunDayne not able to spot the extra defenders. Looked like he had the drag route underneath, but he may have been winding up for a throw deeper downfield.
It would be nice to pick up a few yards on 3rd down because from here it's a 57-yard attempt.
Need some yards here to help out the field goal unit. MunDayne does not need a first down, but he's got to get something here to leave with 3. Gonna scramble to extend the play. Gonna move upfield with his legs for 4th and 1. A 49-yarder. Certainly a tough field goal, and out comes the first timeout for the Eagles. 49-yarder. MunDayne isn't feeling it. 4th and 1. Looks like the offense going to stay out on the field. Tough scenes for MunDayne. We just watched Southern miss 3 straight 4th down conversions. MunDayne just going to need 1 to come away with the victory here. Going to do his damage under center. The quick pass is hauled in for the first down. MunDayne cool, calm, and collected. Just the fist in the air. As this game is all but over, 2 timeouts remaining for Southern Miss. So MunDayne just looking to turn this field goal into a chip shot here. As we get closer, MunDayne looking to just score with zeros on the clock. Missed the we missed the end of Adonis. 70-7? That is insane.
Timeout called by the defense. 29 seconds to go.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys.
Adonis lit up with a whole lot of extra points at the end of his contest.
Everyone was right where they're supposed to be.
That is insane. We will catch the start of his game 2
Away at 2nd and 10.
against SEU here.
Showing the quarterback what they see. Looking for a man. It's Howard.
MunDayne's got the completion. Spin move to get past 1 or being shoved down at the 20 or at the 4 with 23 seconds left.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the
Adonis, even in the last week of the regular season, still piling on points. 70-7 is absurd.
for this offense.
We will catch the start of his game 2 hopefully here as we approach the end of MunDayne's game 2. I'm going to punch it in with a game-winning touchdown.
Inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Not going to get away with just 3. Going to score 6 at the end of the contest. 11 seconds left on a timeout for Southern Miss. A touchdown in response for USM is possible, but certainly not probable here.
After that touchdown drive. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25.
Out comes that deep 3 prevent. That prevent 3 deep.
Get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field.
Should be all but done and dusted here, folks. Pass is hauled in, incomplete, rather.
8 seconds left.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again.
Pass this time brought in to get to midfield, and the final timeout for Southern Miss. Southern Miss saying there's a chance. This will be far from easy. 1st and 10 with 5 seconds left from the 47. Out comes the prevent defense as well. Pressure on the quarterback, and that'll be it. 0-0s, and MunDayne going to move on to a game 3. We will catch the start of that in just a little bit here. As Adonis still looking to get into his game 2. But we will move on to the BigSneezy show here.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
As we do not have the scorecard anywhere near correct here. So it does look like Sneezy's up big here in this contest as well. Yeah, Sneezy on that Alabama squad.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off the spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not
So
quitting.
Sneezy looking to put an exclamation point with an undefeated regular season, already up multiple scores here in the 2nd half. Could be another turnover, and BigSneezy another interception. 2nd interception of the contest. Seen a couple in game 1. Defensive presence continues in game 2 for BigSneezy. Needs some distance, needs some yardage on the 1-yard line. Able to make a man miss. Make one touch grass before being brought down at the 31. Not going to catch it on the instant replay. That man dangerous from a running back, from a halfback, from a quarterback that time. Able to make one miss. Now on the run, on the ground. He's got a space. He's able to shed a tackle. Shed another tackle. No one left to bring that man down. Touchdown, BigSneezy. Made everybody on Mounties Esports miss. En route to the touchdown. BigSneezy got to let that instant replay hit here. The juke move to get past one. Able to buy time to shove another man off him. And get all the way down the right sideline for the score. Another exclamation point on what's been a perfect season for BigSneezy. 2 plays, 100 yards, 26 seconds. 35-7 is your score here in game 2. BigSneezy continuing his untouchable run. That pass is hauled in. We're going to take a break. I want to catch the start of Adonis's matchup if we can help it. We will stick back with a BigSneezy to catch the end of his game 2 and put a cap on what's been his amazing undefeated season. Sneezy is indeed the GOAT. And Adonis still with his pregame adjustments. So we will stick with BigSneezy for just a little bit longer. A man who can do no wrong here in the ECAC regular season, undefeated and on pace to remain just that. And another stop, a 3rd sack of the contest here in game 2 for BigSneezy. Hurry up offense for the Mounties. Every second precious for the Mounties here if they want to make a comeback in this one. Whole lot of precious time under center. Able to find a man down the right sideline. Pass is caught. Down to the 27 for the Mounties. Loads of time under center once more. Throwing his wide of his receiver for the incompletion.
the majority of the misses for guys.
Once more, loads of time under center for the Mounties. Trying to find a man open, and it's caught at the 1 yard line.
That's what's so scary.
Mounties looking to make it a game here late in the third quarter.
One single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They want to just keep throwing.
First and goal from the 1, and it's picked off.
Intercepted.
Sneezy clutch defense with 1 yard of grass left to defend, coming up with the stop.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back
Sneezy looking to say this game is over.
interceptions.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Find something different. Get in a better rhythm. Start seeing the field better, Paul.
pass is caught down the left sideline. He's got a blocker. No one is home. The secondary spun out of control. BigSneezy finally brought down at the 27.
They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Such a tough cover. What did that take? 4 or 5 defenders to bring that man down.
Find your advantages, what you do well, and do it again. And then again. And then we know how we do it again.
Going from end zone to end zone here at the 27-yard line. Cutting it back to the inside. Past the first down marker. Finally brought down at the 8-yard line.
And that's another productive
Hands made out of grease. They cannot catch him.
today. And the running back, I think this lead was
Look at that. Multiple defenders just slide right off the man.
setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run.
Another run for BigSneezy.
Running gets it down to the 4.
Got to settle for a 4-yard gain. Still positive yardage. Far cry from what he's been doing so far in the rest of this matchup. This time quarterback keeper. Pair of juke moves and the football is knocked loose.
Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover.
Sneezy able to keep hands on the football. Not sure if he'll be running any more QB keepers for the rest of this game.
Get him, you're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the
Third
line.
and goal from the 3.
Trying to slam
Out once more to the running back. Once more for a touchdown for BigSneezy.
has been extended.
42-7.
Flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take
A man who's been impossible to guard throughout the regular season. Highest single game scoring
We're in great shape, so the offense definitely
in college football, 25 this semester.
Kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
And whose untouchable run continues here.
Catch called for and made.
As now I believe we'll be able to transition to a game that's just a bit closer. Apologies to BigSneezy. That's just the kind of shenanigans that occur when every game is a blowout.
Out in front of his big
So we have got
man.
MunDayne
Able to
in a
make the
tight
catch,
one.
accelerate, creating some distance.
We will stick with Adonis here. We have not been able to watch too much of his contest tonight. Let's see if we can't change that, as this man looking to punch in his ticket to the postseason with a win here. We will get the scoreboard in. It is certainly not correct. Thankfully, the sides are more or less correct here. Adonis already with a score on the board while we were in the Adonis waiting room, watching BigSneezy punch his ticket to an undefeated regular season. Screen pass. Talked about the screen pass shenanigans tonight. Another one that goes undeveloped. Looks like the running back once more getting caught on his lineman. It'll bring about 3rd and 9. Adonis with a chance to blow this game wide open. Multi-possession game if he can get a stop here. A pair of drag routes goes nowhere. Adonis was in the airspace, may have forced a fire to just force an incompletion. Because we've seen Adonis, a mind reader on the quarterback. Think you have one drag route or one route short open. Adonis reads your mind for the interception. We saw that earlier in game 1. The offense going to settle for a field goal. The Fire going to get away with 3 this time downfield. Adonis still with a chance to start opening up a large lead, especially as this not going to be the start the Fire want on special teams. Going to give Adonis nice starting field position. First and 10 from the 41 following the penalty on special teams. Off catch. Looks like it was dropped. Usering on the receiver is so important, even on those short routes, just to keep your receiver inside of the defender. A lot of time under center. Adonis thinking about a scramble, couldn't execute it before being brought down for a loss of 2. Beck, not one of these mobile quarterbacks in college football 25. Going to do some damage through the air instead. Pass is hauled in out to the 27. And Adonis already in scoring territory. In prime scoring position here at the 27-yard line. Play action's got a man downfield. Pass is tipped. No interception. Adonis catching a break. Hands were on the football from the secondary. The Fire got to settle for 2nd and 10. No play action. A man downfield. Had a step. Pass knocked out of his hands. Another incompletion for 3rd down. Once more, time under center. Looking at the drag route. Able to truck through a defender for the 1st down. Adonis time under center, a man underneath the entire defense. Finally brought down at the 2-yard line. Adonis knocking on the end zone here. A run on 1st down, diving into the end zone for the score. Multi-possession lead for Adonis. A win, and he is into the postseason. Looking so far so good with a 1-0 lead in the best of 3 series, and now 14-3 as we approach the end of the 1st. Kick wide left, bringing down SEU at the 17. Again, with that Swiss format, SEU in a similar position. Both teams need a win to lock in the postseason. SEU battling down from quite a deficit here in the 1st quarter. Looking to escape the pocket. Finally brought down. 2 hands on the quarterback. A sack for the Eagles defense. Going to bring out 2nd and 17. Adonis wreaks havoc from that middle linebacker position. Covers everybody. That'll be a legal contact, a free play for the defense. Out comes that illegal contact. Going to be the user version of any pass interference penalty. We saw Adonis bump the receiver in his running his route. We have 1st down now from the 15. I'm under center. Adonis running with the drag route. Dangerous call. Adonis dove early, and this time SEU operating that little drag comeback route to shake Adonis in that man coverage. Now 2nd and 5. The screen pass able to break away for the 1st down. SEU looking to take us to the end of the first quarter. Adonis already in the driver's seat. 2 touchdowns in a quarter. A man who, if it wasn't for BigSneezy having the perfect season, would be Post University's highest single game scorer. I do believe he is our highest score differential, as we've just seen so many games, 70-7, 63-8. Like, he's had multiple 70-point shutouts. So that's a man who, even though he's fighting for a spot in the postseason, is not one to underestimate here. SEU, a short drag route going to be brought down well short of the first down. 3rd and 5 for the Fire. Fire on 3rd and 5. Looking to break out of the pocket. Shoved behind the line of scrimmage. 4th and long for the Fire this time. They're going to keep the offense out on the field. Desperation territory starting before we even hit halftime for Southeastern University. Pass caught short, yards after catch for the first down. SEU able to keep the drive alive. The screen pass, heads up play by Adonis. Couldn't come up with the takeaway, but instantly usering out to the secondary to be a factor on that one. Another pass to the outside. They've got numbers just enough for the first down. Another pass to the outside, another screen pass, another first down for the Fire. So difficult to be a factor on these plays where it's bounced to the outside. Need your defense to pick up the slack schematically. Once again bounced out to the outside, this time caught out of bounds. Especially with how Adonis likes to play from that middle linebacker spot, covering the short drag routes, covering anyone moving up field from the middle linebacker position. Another quick out route. This time Adonis all over it. He's got his receivers in the perfect spot for the pick 6, running down this right sideline. Uncontested. SEU barely even getting in frame. Touchdown Eagles. Got to do your damage schematically when you're running these plays to the outside. Adonis got his defense in the perfect spot for the takeaway and the score. And Adonis now in the driver's seat for his berth in the postseason. As we'll take a brief transition, my apologies in advance to Adonis if we miss his final scores. It looks like he's got another high-scoring blowout en route to the postseason. As we will catch the end of the BigSneezy show. We will catch the end of BigSneezy's perfect, untouchable regular season. As BigSneezy up humongous here at the end of game 2. A deep shot downfield. Maybe no man's land. No, going to be hauled in for a late Mounties touchdown. Score differential almost certainly going to be a factor for the Mounties in deciding that playoff seeding. They haven't played against MunDayne, who even with a loss will have a postseason berth. Several players who don't have... Oh, a lateral on the onside kick. Gonna go nowhere. But a late score for the Mounties. We'll see how the score differential tiebreaker battle shows up. But every point is gonna matter for them in securing high postseason seeding. Meanwhile, MunDayne, or rather, BigSneezy securing the highest of postseason seeding here. A timeout comes out for the Mounties, 54-20. Looking to stop the clock at the end of this one. BigSneezy all but guaranteed to exit the regular season, enter the postseason untouched. 2-0 in week 1. 2-0 in week 2.
Going back to the well, another deep ball.
2-0 in week 3. Sneezy 2-0 in week 4. Sneezy 2-1 in week 5. Sneezy 2-1 in week 6 as well against MunDayne. But here in week 7, another 2-0 to enter undefeated. A fumble. Ball is still knocked loose. Zeros hit the game clock. A last second turnover not going to matter as BigSneezy entering the postseason with an undefeated record. Not every day can you say that, especially in this Swiss format here in the ECAC. Every single week a battle. Everyone going at BigSneezy, even his own fellow post-university Eagle and MunDayne. BigSneezy taking down all comers in the regular season as he will move on with the #1 seed in the ECAC College Football 25 postseason. Huge GG's to BigSneezy in the driver's seat for that hunt for the hardware, as we will surely catch him in 2 weeks' time. Adonis, little update on his game before we transition to MunDayne. He's about to score another touchdown, as a matter of fact. Forget a transition. We're going to bring you right into the action as he crosses the plane into the end zone for the score. Why talk about the score when we can just show it? And Adonis looks like another huge blowout victory. A man with the highest score differential in the ECAC. His run continues. And Adonis' score differential plus 353, the highest in the ECAC. Who's number 2? The man we just saw enter the postseason undefeated, BigSneezy at 322. MunDayne not too far behind. Looks like he's number 3 or number 4 rather. Behind the squad he's up against in the regular season here in the final week of play, Southern Miss, who are number 3. In that score differential, football's knocked loose. Still no one with hands on it. The Fire able to make a fumble recovery. As we will... Oh, no way we have an early forfeit. That's almost impossible, but in theory it could happen here. Game is paused. Okay, all's game gonna play on. Apologies in advance to Adonis. We hopefully won't miss the end of his game too. We got to get back to MunDayne versus Southern Miss. MunDayne, a man who has been trying to battle back some demons with a late season skid. Gonna have to win a Texas mirror match. I believe MunDayne's had one of these in the past. I'm pretty sure we've had a Texas mirror match. I'm not sure if it was MunDayne or one of our other competitors here. With how much MunDayne likes to play Texas, especially in game 1, I would not be surprised if it's him. We approach the second half. All tied up at 8 apiece. It has been impossible for these folks to score. A staring contest. And an onside kick. I'm actually not sure which Texas is which. Oh my goodness. Nearly broken up. And instead Adonis, or MunDayne, excuse me, going to have possession of the football. Texas is the one on the left, which makes them the white unis. USM Texas in the orange unis. Gotta hurry up. 3 seconds left to snap the football. No time for any adjustment shenanigans. Instead of run on first down. Gonna break out for a 7-yard gain.
It's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep...
Every point is so crucial in these low-scoring games. Every single down means just that much more when you know how difficult it is to score here. Able to find the soft spot in the defense. Possession catch. For MunDayne, not taking any chances. We've seen him throughout this 3-week skid. He's had easy receptions, and then he runs into the defender. Boom, fumble. Not taking any chances that time.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. To the air.
2nd and 8 for MunDayne. He's got some time. The pocket beginning to collapse. Hands on the quarterback for 3rd and 8. We've seen both teams like to keep the offense out. MunDayne already in field goal range. Will he go all in for 6 if he can't get the 3rd down conversion here?
Because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Looking for a man downfield. Instead, he's brought down. 4th and 8. Forced into the catch-22. Are we taking a field goal or are we going all in for 6? MunDayne, discretion, the better part of valor for him. He will look to leave with 3 on the field goal. Field goal is up, and it is good for MunDayne. A game where points have been so hard to come by. MunDayne with leaving with 3 with the field goal. We saw MunDayne ice up on defense. No other way to slice it at the end of game 2. Gonna need more of that ice here. Southern Miss with a chance to tie or take the lead with a touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. We got the MunDayne locked in cam. We got the top down POV. MunDayne's never been so locked in. Bounced out to the left side. Just like we talked about with Adonis, when they're bouncing to the outside, even with MunDayne has been playing more from the free safety position, from the strong safety position. Having your defense in the right spot is all going to be schematics. It's impossible to guess pre-snap which direction these routes outside the numbers are going to go. So it's up to where you're setting up your cornerbacks pre-snap. Lot of time. This time underneath the defense. The football's knocked loose. MunDayne with a huge turnover running down the right sideline. A juke to get past 1 before being brought down at the 23. MunDayne is smiling. He can feel it. A touchdown would give him a 2-possession lead. A huge swing on the defensive side of the football. Little commentator's curse. We brought it up. When MunDayne on offense, sometimes you catch the football and you take a hit. Boom. Fumble recovery for the Eagles. Look at that. Pass is caught and then bang. Out goes the football. 5 seconds. Chew clock is in effect here for MunDayne. Looking to turn the corner. Brought down before he can do so. MunDayne once again already in field goal range. You could play with house money, just play the field goal game, take a 6-point lead. Even if Southern Miss come up with a touchdown, a field goal could give you the lead. Right back. Right now here on 2nd and 11, just looking to keep the offense rolling. Pass is caught out of bounds out at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal for MunDayne. Forget 3 as he's looking to punch in a touchdown. Run on 1st and goal, brought down at the 1.
And a good solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Very little grass left for the USM Golden Eagles to defend here on 2nd and goal. As MunDayne, a different animal, but the same beast here in the red zone. The red zone offensive woes. MunDayne looking to leave them in the dust here with a conversion on 2nd and goal from the 1. Instead brought down back to the 3-yard line.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse first near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying.
Maybe commentators curse on these red zone woes. 3rd and goal from the 3 for MunDayne.
Just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack.
A lot of pressure coming at the quarterback. MunDayne sent packing back to the 13. Oh my goodness, another collapse in the right on heaven's door at the goal line. And MunDayne now going to have to play that field goal game. The defense going to have to work with him, and now the offense could potentially need to score another field goal if USM are able to respond. This game far from over, folks. We'll take a brief transition. We will hopefully finally catch the end of an Adonis game, as he is still up huge, 35-10 in his contest. He's still just a bit behind MunDayne. I'm going to stick with the MunDayne show. We are going to hope and pray that Adonis's opponent does not quit early. If not, we will miss both of his game 1 and game 2 scores. And we missed a lot of Adonis's scores because so many of them are just blowout contests that end early. MunDayne, this game almost assuredly going to go the distance.
Secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play.
MunDayne, his defense has stayed consistent, stayed locked in. We saw it in game 2 where Southern missed 3 straight 4th down conversions. MunDayne interception at the 1-yard line. Hopefully won't need that kind of magic here. Southern Miss able to take 7 on the ground there.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And around, MunDayne was there, able to corral the running back for 3rd and 3. Talked about it, tough to make tackles in open space. MunDayne missing, but the CPU's got his back for 3rd and 3. Time under center. Man, untouched. The curl route untouched in the middle of the box there for the first down. MunDayne saw the drag routes. He was the middle linebacker that time. Rocking a hard place, went for the drag route, and the curl route untouched in the middle of the field. That'll bring us to the final quarter of play. MunDayne and Southern Miss both battling for seeding here. MunDayne looking to put an end to this 2-week skid he's had, a 2-game losing streak. In the last 2 weeks of play here, certainly looking to put an end to it, end off the regular season on a high note. First and 10 on the ground. MunDayne bringing out the do-it-yourself kit. Nobody there except MunDayne to make that play, usuring on the tackle. How tough it is to get hands on defenders in open space one-on-one. You got to feel good about that one. Gonna need more where that came from, though. This time a miss in open space. And USM go all the way to the end zone. USM go double or nothing. Force MunDayne to make another play in open space. The miss goes all the way for a score. MunDayne now a rock in a hard place. We've seen him take entire quarters to score before. You wonder if he can execute that here with 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go end zone to end zone. Starting at the 25-yard line. So we'll take a brief transition. Just want to double check on the Adonis game. 35-13. He's at the 18-yard line, so he's looking to punch even more points on the board. Back on board with MunDayne in a nail biter. 2 clock not coming out for MunDayne, so he's not thinking about scoring with triple zeros on the clock here in the 4th quarter. Looking for the drag route. Looks at the corner route. Miscommunication, and the pass is thrown wide. MunDayne now on 3rd and 1. Makeable down and distance here, but already being checked early on offense. Secondary getting closer to the line of scrimmage. No audible for MunDayne, sticking with the ground game. Able to get it through the line of scrimmage for the first down conversion. Still no true clock yet for MunDayne. He's already knocking on the door of field goal range. He's looking to punch in a touchdown. Maybe looking to save the field goal shenanigans for later on in the game. Took a lot of time under center that time, chewing the clock the old-fashioned way. This 97-year-old football team still chews clock the old-fashioned way. As this time, chew clock coming out automatically. MunDayne maybe thinking about the down and time scenario here. Trying to run through the line of scrimmage. No gap to run through, instead powering through the linemen for 3rd and inches. MunDayne, if he can move the chains here, he can take us to the 2-minute timeout. Couple of inches between MunDayne and doing just that. Looks like you're selling out on the run. MunDayne going for the pass. He's brought down. The football's picked off. MunDayne can't believe it. All the way for a touchdown, a collapse when you could hardly afford it at the end of this game. MunDayne not even upset anymore. He is awestruck. Jaw on the floor. How could you not? Time and time again, we've seen these passes as you're being brought down be ruled incomplete. This time it's a fumble, a scoop and score for Southern Miss. Now MunDayne gonna need a touchdown with a 2-point conversion. MunDayne gonna need perfection on offense.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long
MunDayne, perfection if he wants to even have a chance at overtime. Dangerous football, it's picked off. MunDayne can't believe it. He's literally walking off the set. And that may be GG. Yeah, GG's dropped in the chat. 22-14 going to be your final score. As MunDayne loses a heartbreaker in game 3. Just a man who's had so many close breaks. We've talked about it. A highlight reel of just being several seconds away. Couple different plays go differently. It's a completely different season for him. He'll honestly limp in to the playoffs following a 5-3 record. I don't believe I'm doing my math right, folks, but he will limp in with several straight losses. No, I am doing my math right. Not 5-1. He will go down to 5-2 overall here in the postseason. So a 2-week skid. He's had a 3-week skid in the Madden competition. Adonis, a man who took a slide with some scheduling shenanigans. Took a loss to the UC Patriots as well, but firmly in the driver's seat for a postseason slot of his own here late in the 4th quarter in this one. Two minutes and change. This Fire offense, no signs of slowing down. Scramble with Ewers, slide past the first down marker. Fire just looking to gain some momentum as they'll be playing next week in the LCQ. Meanwhile, Adonis may already be thinking about his first round matchup. Deep shot downfield. Pass is batted down. 2nd and 10 for the Fire. Still 3 timeouts apiece. Would not be surprised if Adonis can get this football back. He'll be looking to score as many points as possible. You don't get that kind of score differential if you are not at the throat of your opponent every single week. Once again, looking to get right at the quarterback, bringing him down, knocking the football out of his hands, and coming up with a fumble recovery. Fumble recovery for Adonis. The 2-minute warning and 3 timeouts. Adonis surely looking to put more points on the board. Play action. Man down the left sideline. He's got 2. 1-on-3. He came up with the catch. No, incomplete. Adonis, nice moves. Just past the line of scrimmage as we approach the 2-minute warning. Adonis, he's got a man with a step. No one over the top to stop the tight end. Touchdown, Post University. 55-13. Adonis almost assuredly going to lead the ECAC in score differential here in the regular season. So you had some players, massive blowouts and early quit. None of Adonis's opponents have done any of that. And the Fire still going to look to keep this game close in the final minute and 50 of the contest. Run on 1st and 10, brought down for a gain of 4. And SCU not looking to throw any one-play touchdowns, even with this game so lopsided. Run up the middle. Short gain for 3rd and 3. Third and 3, ball just barely snapped and hauled in. Going to be a 1st down conversion for the Fire. And shoot clock coming out for the Fire. They're looking to put this mess out in a hurry if they can help it. 56-13 going to be your final score on what will surely be the final play of this drive. Unless the Fire can rip off a 1-score touchdown here. Instead, it'll be Ewers retreating into the backfield. Honest, an exclamation point on defense as we approach the final seconds of this game. Quick run up the middle. 4th down conversion, bouncing it out to the outside. The SCU Fire looking to score a last-second touchdown. 56-20. Going to be your final score. That's the Fire looking to go for 2 here. They certainly have a chance at it. No, field goal unit going to come out 56-20 your final. As Adonis, ice in his veins, the only player tonight that was really battling to continue his season, as MunDayne and Sneezy had already locked in their playoff berths. A fumble, going to be much ado about nothing. Going to be brought down, not short of the end zone. 56-27, your final score in this game 3, or game 2 rather. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Sandwich. We hope y'all enjoyed tonight's coverage. GG's to Sneezy, undefeated. GG's to MunDayne, who will still lock in a playoff berth. Adonis locking his here. GG's to Navy and Monster. Their seasons come to an end tonight. As 56-28 your final score in this one, ladies and gentlemen. I've been Sandwich as we finally transition the Adonis score line right at the end there. 2-0 against the Southeastern University Fire. Adonis, MunDayne, BigSneezy, all in the hunt for some ECAC hardware in 2 weeks' time in the College Football 25 postseason. My name has been Sandwich. Hope to see all of y'all there. See y'all soon.